As a new report released this morning highlights an alarming spike in anti-Semitism in the United States. A survey from the American Jewish Committee found that most American Jews are changing their behavior out of fears over anti-Semitism. 33% say they've been the personal target of anti-Semitism. 56% say they've changed their behavior, including what clothing or jewelry they wear, over concerns for their safety. 90% say that anti-Semitism has increased since Hamas's terrorist attacks on Israel began in 2023.
Joining in on this discussion for a more in-depth look at the data, what it means, we've got Holly Huffnagel, U.S. Director for the American Jewish Committee. Holly, good morning, and thanks for joining us on Queen City News.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So this data just released this morning. It is sad to look at the numbers that have gone up quite a bit. I mean, just looking at some of this data 2 years ago, we were looking at 38% of the American Jewish population felt like they had been gone through some type of anti-Semitism. So 2 years ago, 38%. Now we're looking at 56%. We know it's out there. We know it's real. Why is it continuing to get worse?
Several reasons. We've been tracking this for the last 6 years since AJC, American Jewish Committee, started surveying the American Jewish public. One reason is far right white supremacy. We have anti-Semitism also on the far left, religious extremists. In fact, this past year, though, the single biggest driver for this spike, and again, this was already years of rising anti-Semitism, and this spike from this last year was the Hamas instigated war with Israel. And the impact that that's had on Jewish community safety at home here in America is profound.
Holly, I'm Jewish, my family, my dad has experienced this. It is something where, regardless of how American Jews feel about what's going on in Gaza, I feel like a lot of us are forced to answer for whatever actions are happening. And so as we see a ceasefire in place, now that's a little dicey here. What do you envision happening over the next year? Is it something where, as long as there's something going on in Gaza, these anti-Semitic acts are going to continue?
We don't want that to happen. And I think the most important thing to know is, yes, when there's been an uptick in violence in the Middle East, historically, even years ago, we've seen increased attacks against the Jewish community. But we also know that anti-Semitism increased around the world over 1,100, almost 1,200% on October 8th, 2023, even before there was a response from the Israeli government. So much of this anti-Semitism, this anti-Jewish animus, this hatred was already there under the surface, and now has new vehicles to spread, online, on social media being one of the primary ones.
Holly, help us understand, for a Jewish American, what anti-Semitism on a day-to-day struggle, what does that look like? Because we know this can be, maybe it's an in-person confrontation, maybe it's a virtual, somehow online, something that was said. Like, what are you hearing from the Jewish communities that say, this is literally what I face, whether it's the grocery store, walking down the street? What are you hearing?
So there's two things here. The first is what the Jewish community is facing. We know that 40% stopped wearing something that would identify them as Jewish, including the Jewish community in Charlotte. We know that 31% are no longer going someplace that would identify them as someone who's Jewish. Maybe they're not going to their synagogue anymore. Maybe they're not going to the Jewish community center. We know 37% are no longer posting anything online. They don't want to reveal themselves as Jewish or how they view something on Jewish issues. So we see that impact. But the other thing, the second thing, is the ignorance, the lack of awareness amongst the U.S. general public. So we know that 30% of Americans really aren't familiar even with the term anti-Semitism. They don't know what it looks like. If they've seen it, they don't report it. So we have that issue as well. At its core, anti-Semitism, it's not just a hatred or a hostility towards Jewish people. It's conspiracy, it's distrust, it's envy, and that looks different. How do you recognize it? How do you report it? How do you speak out against it?
Holly, what is your advice to American Jews? We spoke to many who said, I don't want to put my Hanukkah decorations over the holidays. I don't want to wear my chai out in public, right? So what is your advice to American Jews in order to combat this rising trend in anti-Semitism?
So I'm glad you said that you were Jewish, because I'm not Jewish. I work on this issue because I actually think the onus, the responsibility to fight anti-Semitism should be on those who aren't Jewish. That is our responsibility. And good thing that 90% of Americans agree that it is a societal responsibility that we need to push back. But the Jewish community, not only has it come together, and there is resilience, and there is good news stories too of increased affiliation with Jewish institutions, people who are wearing something that would identify them as Jewish for the first time in the last year. They're coming more into their Jewish identity. But it's reaching out to the non-Jewish allies and us coming closer together to exchange information, see how we can help each other. That's what's needed now more than ever before.
Holly, we spoke with a therapist the other day just talking about the times that we live in. There was the Super Bowl commercial with Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady about hate and the hate speech with one another, how just a little bit of light can take away the darkness. A little bit of good can take away the evil. What do you recommend for the general population when there is a connection, an opportunity to be with someone that's a part of the Jewish community? How does that conversation, how should it look? Because clearly it's not going the way it should be.
It really is about reaching out. We know that 40% of Americans actually don't even personally know someone who's Jewish. So that's a starting point. I mean, the Jewish community in America is 2.4%. It's a small community, but there are other ways to still speak out against anti-Semitism, even if you don't know someone who's Jewish. So at ajc.org, that's our website. We have resources on what to do, how to speak out, how to come together. I absolutely agree with you, though. It's a little bit of light, and we can all make a difference. So many people think, I'm not going to report this, someone else will. But that's not the case. If we see something, say something, we could be that little light that really does push anti-Semitism back to the fringes of our society. We all want that.
Again, Holly Huffnagel, U.S. Director for the American Jewish Committee, taking time to join us this morning. Holly, thank you for shedding light on these troubling statistics, but also giving us some advice on how to combat it. We appreciate you.